let's talk about pocket planner cover options. Before I begin, I would like to thank so very much all those who reached out or left me really kind comments on the videos when I shared about changes in my job and a big responsibility that's now on my hands. And it is pretty challenging time in my life, and I appreciate everyone's kind comments and support and encouragement. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. So let's talk about these covers. So I don't know if you've seen from my previous videos, but I own several pocket covers, as you can see. And because of that, I like to change them up. So every month or every couple months, I like to change up covers on my pocket Moleskine, which right now is in this cover. And I was sitting down, since we are almost 1 week into August, and trying to figure out what cover do I want to use this month. And I thought, you know what, I actually want to chat about this and share with you all the covers I have that I've used, that come across, and kind of give you ideas what options are there for a pocket size planner. So let's go through these together and figure out which one gonna be contender for the month of August. So as I mentioned, right now I have my pocket Moleskine. There are two planners in here. I have a daily and a weekly. The one I use the most is the daily one. I use weekly rarely, just for like big events and to track certain things, but otherwise I'm in this planner all the time. So originally when I was looking for cover, I was looking for the one that's wide enough to fit both of them. And at the time I actually had this cover. This cover is a passport cover, but it is just a tiny bit taller than your standard passport cover, and because of that it is able to fit a pocket size planner just so perfectly, because it is basically 5.5 by 3.5 in size. And when I tried it with my pocket Moleskines, I was just like, oh my god, this is so cute and so adorable. I couldn't believe that it fits so perfectly. Originally I used to actually have cut down A6 stylogy in here, so things that you can fit into a small cover. But of course then, you know, as many of us do, I kind of got bored of having same cover. I also saw some cute covers online, especially the ones from Chic Sparrow. I wanted to have one forever and ever, so I got actually several. But then I ran into a problem. My problem was when I had a gorgeous, you know, a pricey cover on my hands, I was really afraid to use it and scratch it. So Chic Sparrow have gorgeous covers, and I guess I should correct myself. It's not like they are super expensive, but they were more pricey than I was used to. For example, this cover right here, I believe when I got it, it was around $20. So to me, even if I got scuffs on it, I was like, okay, it's alright. Plus this particular cover is has a treatment on it, so when you rub it, you can basically rub most of the scratches off. That's why it looks actually pretty good, considering that I've had it for over a year. But most of the covers that I got from Chic Sparrow were $50 and above, and I was so freaked out to scratch them, and because of that I didn't use them. So that was one of the things I wanted to mention to you, is when you begin your planner journey, if your main goal is to have cover to house your planner, you know, be it for convenience or for cuteness factor, if you feel like the price or preciousness of the cover will detract you from handling your planner or bringing it along, then maybe try a less expensive cover and see if that will kind of take the edge off. So as I mentioned, this is what I have my planners in right now. It is a passport size. It has a spine, which I really love because it really gives the structure of the two planners, you know, of holding them the way I want them. But as I mentioned, I like to change them up. So let's take them out of here and then see what else we have here. So the nice thing about this particular planner, so it's a TN style, so it has elastics which I can thread, and I can use either the actual TN inserts in here or Moleskines like this one, and I just thread the front one in the front page and the back one in the back page. So then this way they have a space between them and they fit nicely in the cover. So there we go. So here are the two planners, and of course you don't have to have a cover with your planners, right? You can use them as is. I mean, they were obviously designed to be taken along just the way they are, and especially Moleskines, they have elastic that you can use to enclose the planner, and it's self-contained. You don't need to have a cover. But again, if you want to, for cuteness, for convenience, just for, to be able to hold it as a one package, especially when you use more than one planner, then of course, that's where the covers come in. The nice thing about this particular cover is that it has these pockets. So if you have a credit cards, if you want to use it as a wallet, it's perfect. And it also has a built-in pen loop. The only consideration about this specific one, because the leather does have a treatment, the color of this brown loop will wear out on the sides of your notebook. So if that's something that might bother you, perhaps consider not using it, or maybe tuck this loop behind the notebook and not use it as a loop for your pen, and then just tuck the pen inside the elastic band itself. What I'm trying to fit into the covers are two notebooks. The covers that I have here are all the covers that you might have seen on my channel, except maybe this one and this one. This one I recently got because I was really interested in this fabric, this kind of a canvas cover. I was really interested to check it out and see how big it is and what it will fit. And then this one was one of the covers I got from Shakespeare on sale, so it's not as expensive as the rest of them. So I was thinking, okay, maybe I'll be able to use it without freaking out over ruining it too much. So let's look at covers we have. Another cost-friendly cover that I've been using in previous month, you might have seen it in my videos, is this cover. So this one is actually an A6 cover, but it's perfect for your pocket planners, and this one is from Carpe Diem. Again, really nice, has all the things that you want, and really well priced. I believe also around $20 or something like that. This one has secretarial pocket, it has a little pocket here. It also ATN style, so it has elastics, and I like that these elastics are spread and they are threaded widely here, so you have a space here, so then whatever inserts you use do not run into each other. And right now I have that cut down A6 stylogy in here. So I originally cut it down basically to be pocket sized, and then I had a couple inserts here just to show you how you can use this cover. Again, you can use it with your regular TNs like this one right here, or you can use it with a thicker planner. And because this one is A6 sized, and it's also pretty wide, you can easily fit a thick notebook. In fact, as I mentioned in previous months, I had both of these notebooks in here. They fit just fine, as you can see, thickness wise, the height wise, it's a perfection. And I really liked the way this particular cover housed these two planners. And it does have a little pen loop, so this pen loop is not intended for you to fit pen into, but to fit pen's clip. And because it's so little, you can easily fit whatever pen you have, as long as, of course, as it has a clip. And then it fits really nicely between the cover sides, and then you can close it with elastic like any TN, and it holds everything really nicely. So I really love this cover, so it's definitely a really big contender on covering my planners for this month. Next one is this cover. I got it from, I believe, Ukrainian maker on Etsy. This one was intended for Moleskine specifically, and the way you know that it was is that it doesn't have an enclosure elastic of any kind. Instead, it has this little slit here, because as I mentioned earlier, Moleskine have their own elastic. You put back page of Moleskine into here, you thread elastic through, and then you use its own elastic to enclose the whole thing. I didn't want to bother trying to figure out how to put that elastic out, so I just got a spare elastic for TNs, and I just use it to enclose the whole thing. As you can see, you can use it like that, you can use it across this way. And then what I like about this particular case or cover is that, again, it had its own pen loop, and you can see it fits the Sarasa Dry just fine in there. It has pockets over here, so you can put your business cards or credit cards, and it has a secretarial one here, so you can fit whatever, additional stickers or things like that. And of course, it has these pockets, so you can basically fit your Moleskine in here with, you know, not like a TN style, but like a folio style. So now, as you can see, it's not as wide as this one. So I believe when I got it was I meant to use it just with Moleskine Daily, and that's it. So if you can see, if I put daily, of course now I've been using it for 6 months, so it's chunking up compared to what it was before. So you can see it still fits the daily. The pen loop runs into the notebook a little bit. You just have to basically bend it out a little bit. So it is perfect to fit this one Moleskine Daily, even when it's chunky. But you definitely will not be able to also fit weekly in here unless you really try and you don't mind for your notebooks to really stick out, or if you take the pen out and just, you know, tuck the pen loop underneath the notebook to get yourself extra space. But again, I really like it. It's really nice feel, like very rustic. It is real leather, and I believe it was also around $20–25. I will put links to everything down below. So another option, oops. Now the next one I have here is another cover you've seen in my previous videos, or definitely on Instagram, and this one has these tooled flowers. I thought they were so beautiful, and again, this one was designed specifically for Moleskine. Because of that, it has the same thing. It has the slit here that you can fit the elastic through. Again, it's a folio style, so you don't have any elastics. As I mentioned, it's specifically just to fit the Moleskine. So if you grab that, you know, it obviously fits height-wise, width-wise. Also, when I ordered this one, I ordered their Plus model, and that Plus model does fit both daily and weekly into it, and that was one of the kind of requirements for it that were important to me. As you can see here, both of them in here just fine. You have a room on the top if you want to have tabs. Same thing on the bottom if you want to have charms. Not much on the side, but I like when it fits tightly like that. And again, because it was meant to use its own elastic, it doesn't have the elastic coming with it. So I got, you know, on Amazon just a pack of spare elastics, and I picked the brown and the burgundy ones together because I thought they were cute, and I just, you know, put over it. Again, you can also thread it through the back of your notebook and have your notebook hold your elastics, you know, to prevent them from getting lost. But to me, it was just like too much of finagling, so I just used them this way. I really love this cover when I used it. Actually, when I was switching from this one, I believe, into that one, I was kind of taking my time because I really liked it. It fits really nicely. It feels really good in your hand. It's really pretty. And the best part of it, of course, is there are other TN sizes that are available online from different makers that use the same tooled, you know, flower design. For example, I actually have a TN that is made of the same leather. It's not as shiny as this one, but as you can see, it's exactly the same design. So if you want to have, you know, a couple covers that are matching each other, you can definitely consider this one. This one I also got from a store on Etsy. Again, I'll link to everything. And again, it was within the same price range as the rest of them. And because this leather is treated, as you can see, it's a little bit shiny, and when your leather is shiny, it's usually not as scratchy as you know, the flat ones like these, or like the one that I just showed you. So because of that, I was very comfortable just putting it in my backpack, taking it out, and not worrying that it will get scratched. As you can see, really nice fit. So definitely a really big contender. I might go to that one because I haven't used this one in a while. So now another one of the covers that you've seen me use in my previous videos was this one. So let me take the planners out of here so we can see how they all fit. Let me put this one back here. So this particular cover I also got from a maker on Etsy. I really like supporting small businesses, so if I could get something from there versus Amazon, I try. So this one is from the store called Gathered and Sewn. Their logo is right here, and this one is a TN style cover. So this one was, I believe, Pocket Plus. And again, I wanted Plus because I knew that I wanted to use my daily and weekly together. As you can see, chunky monkeys. And so this one, I liked it because it had the browns and this grays together. To me, it was just like the whole, I don't know, I really like the like a beachy theme where, you know, it reminds me of like this is the wood and this is the sand or something like that. I wish it was a little bit bluer gray, but it's beautiful nonetheless. And as you can see, it has TN style strings in here, and it's also folio, so if you want to use it, you know, insert the sides of your planner in here, you can do that. If you want to use them with, you know, just a bunch of notebooks, you can do that as well. And one thing to keep in mind about this specific one, I really like it because it's very soft. Few covers I got before that were very sturdy, and I wanted the cover to be a little bit more pliable, at least have one of the covers to be more pliable, and that was this one. It's very floppy, as you can see, very soft. It does have these pockets, so they enforce it, so they reinforce it so it doesn't, you know, bend you on the corners, but it's definitely is like that. So the way I was addressing that is when I was using this cover with my notebooks, I would actually fit them through the cover pockets, and then my Moleskines basically would reinforce the cover and keep them in place nicely, and together they just basically created this nice combination. So let me put it in. So as you can see, I put the front of the first one and the back of the second one in the pockets, and because of that, when you close it, it gives this nice firm stability to the cover on the back and on the front. And then of course, look how nicely they fit. I don't need to even put them in the strings to keep them in place. They fit really nicely, and when you close it, it is such a gorgeous fit. Again, another cover that I just loved using and didn't want to leave, you know, didn't want to get out of it. Now this one is more expensive than all of these. I will again put link. When I got it, I believe the seller was running a sale. I don't believe they're running it at the moment, but definitely check throughout the year, especially around holidays, to see, you know, if they offer any deals. Also, sometimes when you like the item, they might send you a welcome coupon, so try it out. But I really love the quality of it, the softness of it, the way it fits in your hand, and it's just a really beautiful cover that you know, I definitely loved when I was using it. So I rearranged my desk here a little bit so I can show you the last two covers that I have here. So I haven't shared them much. This one is pretty recent, and I got this one, but I never actually used it. So let's, I guess, start with this one right here. This, as I'm sure you can tell by the cover, is from Chic Sparrow. This one is a pocket size. I don't believe it is a pocket plus. I believe it's just pocket. As you can see, it's not really wide. This one is ATN style. It has 4 elastic bands. It has the pockets here, and then, you know, kind of secretarial style. So you can either insert the back cover of your planner into here, or you can hang it off of the elastics. Of course, as all Chic Sparrow, gorgeous. And the reason I got this one is because the couple Chic Sparrows that I already had like the matte kind of leather that I was totally afraid to scratch, and then when I saw that this one had a texture and there's a little bit of shine on it, I knew that this one is more you know, use friendly, and like I would not be as afraid to use it. So this one, as I mentioned, is a really a regular pocket size, so because of that, it will only fit one of my planners. I'm pretty sure it will definitely fit the weekly one, because as you can see, weekly is pretty thin. So if we put it here, as you can see, pretty nice fit on all sides, but to me, like a bit too much room. I would like it to be chunkier, so definitely a daily one would do the work. So we can just put it here to try it out. And as you can see, especially since I've been using it and it's chunking up, this one is such a cute fit, right? It just really nicely fit, fills out all the space, and still obviously will have room to grow. And you have your elastic to close it up. It has a pen loop. It's the removable one, so if you feel like it's getting in the way or not big enough, you can take it out and then use it just as is and just fit the pen into here. Definitely looks really adorable with just daily. And since I've mentioned I haven't been using weekly that much, I might just go with this one and use it with my daily planner only, and then leave my weekly basically on my desk. And so that's a really beautiful one from Chic Sparrow. So I got this one on sale. I want to say, I think it was under $40, but I will put the link, and if I can find place how much it cost me, I will put it. But of course, can't guarantee it because sometimes they're on sale, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they don't have this particular leather available anymore, but I always kept my eye on their sales, and when they had really good offerings, especially when they were getting rid of their older leathers or like leftover stock, then I grabbed that one because I was really into pocket at that moment, as I am now still, and I decided to get this one, especially because this one is this kind of a shiny leather that will not be, I will not be afraid to use. And the last one that I have here is this canvas one. So as you can tell, it's pretty tall. So it's basically like A6 height wise. It is sold as a pocket. This one is, I got it from Amazon. They come from different makers, different companies. With some companies they cost upwards for like $40. I got this one, I think it cost me like $15. The company here is Diodrio, and I will put a link to it. So this one I liked it because it's so different from any of the pocket covers that I have, is that this one is zippered around. So this one has a YKK zipper, so this is really good quality. It has a pocket that basically goes all around, so you can put like a pen into here because it doesn't have a loop, and it's hard to kind of fit pen inside there. So I've seen a lot of people just basically put pen in here and carry it this way. You can have stickers or cards in here. It's obviously like this really naturey, rugged kind of a look, which I think it's adorable, or I think it's just really cool. I don't know if nature rugged is adorable, but I thought it was really cool. I saw someone use it on YouTube, and I was like, oh my god, I want to have one of those. So now, as you can see, it has a shape to it because I actually have a notebook in it at the moment, and the notebook I have in here is Lectrum. This Lectrum is A6. Now, if you know, the A6 from Lectrum is actually tall as A6, but is wide as pocket. So it's not like your true like Hobonichi A6 size. Your Hobonichi will not fit in here, but Lectrum does, and as you can see, very perfect fit, like they were created for each other. As you can see inside, this one is a folio style cover. It has this lining, so there is a pocket here and here. There is a bigger, like all size pocket here, or you can just fit another notebook, like a field notes notebook, into here. And this one, I fitted this backside into another folio style pocket in here, and then there is another diagonal one here. And you can see, I put their little brochure in here, but you can put business cards, credit cards, receipts, stickers, whatever you need. I thought it was really, really cute. You can try to fit a pen, like very thin one, in here, but otherwise your pen probably would have to go here. Now, as you can tell, it fits this just perfectly. That tells you that it will not fit my daily and weekly together. There is just no way. And it's probably most likely will not even fit my daily because it got really chunky over time. So let me see. When I got it, I saw the measurements, so I figured probably will not fit my daily, but I was okay with it because I did know that I had this beautiful Lectrum for a while now, and I knew that it would fit, so I figured I can always use this as a notebook and a wallet when I'm just like out and about and not like planning, but just having notes and things like that. So as you can see, as far as the back pocket, of course it fits because it's tall enough and deep enough, but if I'm trying to close it and zip it, let's see if it works. If it works, it's gonna be totally adorable. Oh, just barely. Alright, so I was able to close it, but as you can see, I had to put a little bit of labor into it. Since it's fabric, I'm sure over time it will stretch just tiny bit, but again, because it is canvas, I don't know how far it will stretch. I don't think it will do give much because it is not leather, it's just a fabric. So you can fit your daily one in here if you really want to, and of course, but if you worry that like over time you destroy the zipper, you can always use it, of course, for your weekly, because it's even thinner than Lectrum, and of course it will fit in here, no problem at all. And then you can have another field notes, a thinner notebook in the front. Let me see, I have one here. Let's do a live demonstration while we edit. All right, so I can put like one like this into this pocket this way, and then you will have, and of course you can put, you know, your passport, right, when you're traveling into here, and then they zip up, no problem. Just make sure to tack that in. No problem at all. I thought it was really cute when I got it. So yeah, so you can basically have field notes and Moleskine weekly in here. Definitely Electrum, the A6 size one, with some effort, the daily one by itself. Of course, you can try to fit something like A6 Stylogy cut down, because it is not wide enough to fit at the regular A6. You can try that out, but if you know that you usually use thinner style notebooks or planners that are, you know, basically as thick as the weekly, absolutely, I think this will really work out, and I think it's so cute. So there you have it. These are the covers that I have in my collection, kind of rotation. I haven't used these yet, but definitely used all of these. I had a few more. I sold some. I have some that are still in their dust bags that I don't want to ruin, so I probably will have to destash those, because if I don't use them, why have them? You know, might as well let someone else to give them a nice warm home. But now the decision is to be made. Which cover will I use in the month of August? So probably not this one, because as much as I love it and I think it's so cool, I'm having a tiny bit of a hard time fitting this, and I don't want to ruin the cover. So I will reserve it for you know, to holding my Electrum in there, and then maybe field notes, especially since they kind of you know, match in color a little bit. So I can have them like this, and it can be my you know, like a journaling one. Like I would say that in here, whatever I will have in here will be for journaling, taking notes only, right? Not planning per se. So definitely not this one. This one was very nice. I really liked how daily fit in here. I thought it was such a cute fit. But I'm also, I feel like gonna be sad not having my weekly, even though I don't use it as much. But just I really enjoy having like extra chunky planner. So I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I will use it with daily, but in the new year, when I'm gonna use just daily and not weekly, because I find myself not really a weekly kind of girl. So let's put this one aside for now in its little bag. Next one we have, I guess we can go left to right. So this one I really liked it too, but as you saw, you can only fit one of my planners in here. So for the same reason as these, I think I'm gonna set it aside for later when I'll have just one planner to use. And then I have these four. So as you might have noticed when I was describing them individually, I love all of these. They are my like 4 faves. And as I mentioned, they're all a very, very nicely priced. Like I said, I think this one is the only like more or less pricier one, but that's why I'm so comfortable using these, you know, on the go, throwing them in my purse, you know, lugging them around the house. Because I love them all, it's really hard for me to decide which one I want to switch to. So since I was just in this one, I think I'm gonna give this one a little vacation. Let me get my pen out. And then out of these, so I've recently used this one. I used this one before I switched to this one right here. So I think this one is good to have a little bit more break, maybe till next month. And now it's between this one and this one. Hard decisions, hard decisions. I'm thinking, you know, when I was displaying it to you, I remember how much I enjoy having this one. I really love this one as well. So it's definitely going to be probably next one or one after this one coming up. But I think I'm going to stick to this one for the month of August at least. And as I mentioned, this one is a folio style. So for me to use these planners in here, I will have to fit the back of one into the back of this. There we go. And then the front of this one into the front of the cover. So this way they can be secured in their spots, and then they can be in a nice place as far as each other is concerned. and then I don't have to worry about them getting lost or falling out. And then all I have to do is just close it like this, adjust it a bit since they're getting chunky, and then use these elastics to close them off. There you go. So now the only, of course, concern here is that I don't have a pen loop anymore, because this one doesn't have a pen loop. You cannot really thread pen through here, it's too short. I like having the elastic this way on this particular one and not this way. So for me to carry a pen in here, I will need to use a pen loop, which I think that's what I did last time I used this cover. So I can put pen loop onto the cover itself, but I'm always worried to ruin the leather. So I think last time what I did, I just put the pen loop into the cover of the planner itself. So I use this pen loop here. I've had it for a while. I got it from Amazon. I think it was a passport size TN kit from Moterm, I think, or something like that. And it came with this one. It came with some inserts, you know, like the card holder one, I think the wallet one or something like that. And I've had it ever since, and I use it in a variety of planners. So I can put it, I guess, either clip it to the front of this one or the back of the weekly one. Since I don't use weekly as much, I think I can probably clip to it. There we go. And then I can fit pen into here. There you go. Nice and snug. So we'll see. I guess I might look through my own photos from before and see how I used to have pen in here. As I mentioned, I don't want to ruin the back of this one. I can always, of course, put a pen into here, attach the pen loop to the back, but I think this is really cute. And that will be my cover for the month of August. I'm sure you will see it in my other videos, and you will see it on Instagram. Thank you for being here with me and sharing all my beautiful covers here. As I mentioned, I'm gonna put links to everything in the description down below, so you can give some makers love and maybe choose one of these for yourself, whichever one you like the most. Please let me know which one you like the most over here. Did I make a good choice for the month of August? And if you like these kind of videos, please like, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. And until then, you take care.